Have you ever wondered why some relationships endure the test of time while others crumble under pressure? The truth is, as we age, relationships inevitably evolve, and it's crucial to understand how to adapt to these changes for lasting love and connection. The first profound realization that every man over 40 must embrace is that the emotional dynamics in relationships inevitably shift with time. Relationships that started out with intense physical attraction and youthful passion can transition into something far more meaningful, a deep bond rooted in shared experiences, mutual respect, and emotional understanding. In this video, we'll explore how older men can navigate the complexities of relationships, especially as they find themselves seeking connections with younger women or longtime partners. We'll discuss why clear communication, patience, authenticity, and intimacy are more vital than ever, even as time passes and life changes. Plus, we'll dive into how understanding the importance of vulnerability and emotional support can significantly enhance the bond between partners. You'll discover why many men underestimate the power of affectionate gestures and how small, meaningful acts of love can reignite the passion and connection in their relationships. And most importantly, you'll learn how to avoid common pitfalls in relationships, such as mismatched expectations and the pressure to maintain a youthful facade. Stay with me to learn how you can transform your relationship, no matter your age, and create a lasting, fulfilling connection. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. The first profound realization that every man over 40 must embrace is that the emotional dynamics in relationships inevitably evolve with time. As the years pass, couples navigate through a series of physical and emotional hurdles, each presenting a unique challenge. However, these challenges can only be conquered through profound understanding, unwavering patience, and mutual respect. In the early stages of a relationship, the connection may have been driven by the raw intensity of physical attraction, the allure of youth, or superficial appearances. But as time moves on, these initial sparks give way to something far more meaningful, a deep bond, woven together through shared experiences, quiet moments, and the warmth of understanding. The relationship transforms into one of intricate complicity, where both partners learn not only to love each other but to cherish the spaces between them, the silences, the glances, and the unspoken words. Yet, in the midst of this shifting dynamic, many men forget an irreplaceable truth. Even in the later stages of life, gestures of affection are vital to the health of a relationship. A relationship is not sustained by routine or mere coexistence, but by the subtle, tender moments that remind each partner of the love they once shared and still hold. Small, seemingly insignificant acts, like a sincere compliment, a gentle touch, or a heartfelt conversation, can breathe new life into the relationship. These gestures, which might once have seemed automatic, now carry profound meaning and emotional weight. When offered with genuine intent, they serve as a lifeline to prevent the relationship from slipping into the shadow of monotony and neglect. Another poignant issue that often arises is the desire of older men to seek relationships with younger women. While this is entirely natural, driven by the desire to recapture some semblance of their lost youth, this choice can lead to unexpected emotional turbulence. The pull of youthful attraction can be powerful, but it is essential to remember that the experiences, priorities, and expectations of older men and younger women often exist in two completely different worlds. For the older man, the search for companionship may stem from a deep need for emotional security, a desire for connection that provides stability and comfort. Yet, for the younger woman, life is still unfolding, with dreams and aspirations that are often still in their infancy, still waiting to take shape. Her focus may be on career building, self-discovery, or pursuing personal goals, all of which may not align with the emotional needs of her older counterpart. This mismatch in priorities can create a chasm of misunderstanding, frustration, and emotional imbalance. What begins as a thrilling connection may quickly unravel under the weight of these divergent expectations. The key to navigating such relationships, whether with a long-time partner or a younger one, is authenticity. Older men must engage in a deep and honest exploration of their desires, understanding not only what they are seeking in the relationship, but also what they are capable of offering. True authenticity involves recognizing that love is not about reliving past glories, but about embracing the present, with all its complexities and uncertainties. Only by being transparent about their needs and intentions can they avoid the heartbreak of unmet expectations and disappointing realizations. Furthermore, many men, particularly as they age, feel the pressure to appear younger, more vibrant, and full of energy. This desire to maintain a facade of youth can create an undercurrent of insecurity, leading to emotional wear and self-doubt. However, the most profound strength in any relationship lies not in the illusion of eternal youth, but in the acceptance of oneself, flaws, imperfections, and all. True connection, the kind that sustains love through the years, comes from a place of vulnerability and authenticity. It is when both partners are willing to accept one another as they truly are, without the need to mask their true selves, that they can form a bond that is resilient, deep, and enduring. The ability to stand in the truth of who you are, without pretense, is the most powerful force in any relationship, transcending age, appearance, and time itself. The second incredibly important lesson that every older man must truly understand and internalize in the context of romantic relationships, especially among elderly couples, is the immense power and necessity of clear, open, and honest communication. Over the years, relationships evolve, and the way partners connect with one another naturally shifts. As time marches on, it's common for couples, particularly those who have been together for many years, to fall into the subtle yet dangerous trap of silence, often underestimating its impact. Many couples, after decades of shared experiences and a seemingly unspoken understanding, mistakenly believe they no longer need to articulate their thoughts, feelings, or concerns because they know each other so well. The assumption here is that words are no longer necessary because the depth of their connection transcends verbal expression. However, this growing silence, though imperceptible at first, can quietly create a devastating emotional distance between partners, slowly eroding the closeness that was once felt so strongly. This is often the case in long-term relationships where both people feel they've reached a level of comfort with one another that makes them assume they don't need to check in emotionally or verbally. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. But the truth is that even the strongest relationships, no matter how long they've lasted, require open, consistent communication. It's all too easy for small, seemingly inconsequential issues to be ignored or overlooked, especially when both partners are focused on other aspects of their lives, like work, health, or everyday stresses. These small grievances or unmet needs, left unaddressed, begin to accumulate over time, often creating an underlying tension that only grows stronger with each passing day. The once minor discomforts, left unchecked, can quietly morph into much larger resentments, eventually undermining the emotional foundation of the relationship. That is why it is absolutely crucial to keep the channels of communication open, clear, and respectful. Couples must make a conscious effort to maintain a constant dialogue, where both individuals feel comfortable expressing their worries, needs, desires, and even frustrations in a mature and understanding way. When partners have the courage to face difficult conversations, no matter how uncomfortable or awkward, they prevent misunderstandings that can otherwise lead to emotional distancing and disengagement. By addressing even the smallest discomforts as they arise, partners can preserve their intimacy and prevent the erosion of trust and emotional connection. In the context of older men in relationships with younger women, the importance of communication is even more critical and can often be the defining factor in the success or failure of the relationship. The natural age gap between partners often brings with it differing life experiences, perspectives, and emotional needs. For an older man, the desire for companionship in later years may stem from a craving for stability, peace, and emotional security. These men often find themselves seeking someone who can offer them comfort, shared memories, and a sense of grounding. Meanwhile, the younger woman, still in the midst of discovering herself and chasing after her own ambitions, may be in an entirely different place in her life. Her focus may be on exploring new opportunities, building a career, or experiencing the world with a sense of adventure and possibility. These contrasting life stages can create a subtle yet profound mismatch in expectations. Without open conversations about these differing needs and goals, frustrations can easily arise, leaving both partners feeling misunderstood or disconnected. A successful relationship between an older man and a younger woman relies heavily on honest, transparent communication. Both parties need to be open about their expectations, what they want from the relationship, what they're hoping to achieve, and how they envision their future together. Without such clarity, one or both partners may find themselves frustrated or emotionally unfulfilled as their relationship progresses. A key component in navigating these challenges is the ability to have mature, compassionate conversations about what each person desires out of life and the relationship itself. The younger partner's aspirations may be about growth, excitement, and new experiences, while the older partner may seek comfort, peace, and stability. By acknowledging these differences and openly discussing them, both individuals can set realistic expectations for the relationship and avoid disappointment. In many cases, it's the ability to understand and accept the other person's life stage, rather than trying to force one person into the expectations of the other, that can make or break the success of their connection. Another deeply important factor in this dynamic is the ability of the older man to communicate his own personal needs, limitations, and vulnerabilities with honesty. In many relationships, particularly those with an age gap, there may be a tendency for the older partner to try to match the energy, pace, and demands of the younger person. The desire to remain relevant, youthful, and capable can often lead to feelings of inadequacy or insecurity. Men may feel pressure to be as energetic, adventurous, or physically capable as they once were, pushing themselves to keep up with the vigor of their younger partner. However, this can cause emotional and physical strain, as their bodies may not be as resilient as they once were. Recognizing one's limitations and expressing them openly to a partner is not a weakness, but a sign of strength and self-awareness. By acknowledging that they are not invincible and being open about their needs, whether that's a need for rest, emotional support, or a slower pace, older men create space for mutual understanding and growth within the relationship. When both partners feel safe enough to express their personal challenges and vulnerabilities without fear of judgment or rejection, it fosters an environment where both individuals can support one another authentically and without pretense. In any romantic relationship, particularly those with an age difference, communication serves as the cornerstone of understanding. It is through honest, open dialogue that both partners can navigate the complexities of their emotional and physical needs, their life goals, and their individual identities. Communication isn't just about exchanging words. It's about creating a safe space where both people feel seen, heard, and valued for who they truly are. Relationships built on transparency and emotional honesty have the potential to thrive, growing deeper and stronger with each passing year. When both individuals can openly express their emotions, desires, and needs, the bond they share becomes unshakable, rooted in love, trust, and respect. The third profound lesson that older men in romantic relationships must truly grasp is the invaluable importance of patience and the ability to embrace the natural changes that time inevitably brings. As the years pass, the body and mind inevitably undergo a series of transformations, many of which are both physical and emotional. These changes, though natural, can profoundly impact the way couples relate to one another. For elderly couples, accepting that the pace of life has shifted is not just a practical necessity but a deeply emotional one. The realization that time, in its relentless progression, has altered the way both partners move through the world is crucial to maintaining a strong and lasting connection. The frustrations that come with these changes, whether physical limitations, the slowing of energy levels, or the toll that aging takes on both the body and the spirit, are completely natural. However, they can also be difficult to accept, especially for older men who may feel the weight of these changes in their daily lives and in their intimate relationships. It's common for these men to struggle with the fact that their bodies no longer function the way they once did, which can create feelings of insecurity, frustration, or even a sense of loss. The key to navigating this phase lies in the cultivation of patience. understanding that these changes are not a reflection of personal inadequacy but a natural part of life. Patience becomes an indispensable virtue at this stage, especially in relationships. The couple must adjust their expectations, embracing this new phase of life together, and doing so without the pressure to continue living at the same pace they once did. Intimacy, physical connection, and the way in which both partners engage with each other may look different as they age, and that is perfectly acceptable. It's essential to release any old expectations of what intimacy should be like and to focus instead on the emotional connection, the shared memories, and the bond that has been built over time. The true strength of the relationship does not lie in physical vigor, but in the deep understanding and respect that exists between two people who have spent years together. In many ways, intimacy evolves to reflect a deeper emotional and spiritual connection rather than being defined solely by physicality. It's in the quiet moments of togetherness, the shared glances, and the gentle touches that intimacy is sustained, and this requires a level of patience and acceptance that allows both individuals to adapt to the new rhythm of their relationship. For older men seeking relationships with younger women, patience is even more critical. These relationships, inherently shaped by generational differences, often come with additional challenges. The gap in life experiences can create a sense of disconnection, as the younger woman may be in a phase of exploration, self-discovery, and growth, while the older man has already passed through many of those stages. The younger woman may still be discovering her place in the world, pursuing career ambitions, and seeking new adventures, while the older man may be more focused on stability, comfort, and reflection. These differences in life phases can lead to frustration if either party tries to rush the relationship or force a deeper connection before the time is right. Impatience in this context can lead to emotional strain and dissatisfaction on both sides. The key to avoiding this is the understanding that every relationship, especially one with a significant age gap, requires space and time to grow naturally. There is no need to hurry or force emotional intimacy. It must evolve at its own pace, with both individuals learning from each other, understanding one another's needs, and developing mutual respect along the way. Respecting each person's time and space is critical in ensuring that the relationship has room to blossom without the added pressure of unrealistic expectations. Older men in such relationships must recognize the importance of giving the younger partner room to breathe, explore, and grow at her own pace, just as they must allow themselves the grace to navigate their own personal evolution. This respect for individuality and the allowance for the relationship to develop at its own pace helps to build a solid foundation for the future, one that is rooted in trust, mutual admiration, and understanding. The best relationships, regardless of age, are those that evolve naturally, free from the burden of time constraints or the need to meet external expectations. At this stage in life, acceptance is the cornerstone of maintaining harmony in any relationship. Older men must accept that the dynamics of their relationship will inevitably change, and that the body and mind are no longer what they once were. However, this change doesn't signal the end of vitality or connection. It is an opportunity to build a deeper, more meaningful relationship based on the foundation of mutual respect and understanding. Love, at this stage, is not about maintaining a youthful appearance or recreating the intensity of youth's passion. Instead, it is about nurturing the partnership, the friendship, and the companionship that have been built over time. These elements become the pillars of the relationship, withstanding the challenges that time brings. When both partners accept the natural flow of life's changes and embrace the beauty of these moments, their bond is able to flourish, rooted in the wisdom of experience and the depth of connection that only time can create. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. In the end, true love in later years is not about fighting against time or resisting the changes it brings, but about embracing these changes with grace and allowing the relationship to evolve into something even more profound than it was before. It is about finding joy in the small moments, comfort in the quiet, and a deep sense of fulfillment in the shared understanding that life, though fleeting, offers precious opportunities to continue growing together. The fourth essential consideration that older men must truly understand in their romantic relationships is the critical importance of keeping intimacy alive, even as the years pass. As time moves on, physical attraction naturally evolves, and the intense passion that once defined the early stages of a relationship often fades into something more profound, more meaningful, and more complex. For many elderly couples, intimacy shifts from being solely about physical desire to being rooted in emotional connection, trust, and the closeness shared between two people who have weathered life's ups and downs together. In this stage of life, touch, affection, and moments of complicity become not just important, they become vital. Intimacy is no longer just about the act itself, but about the shared experience of being close, of holding each other's hearts, and of nurturing the emotional bond that ties the couple together. These intimate moments, gentle touches, heartfelt gestures, or simply being present with each other, hold immense significance in maintaining a strong and lasting connection. It's all too common for older men to underestimate the profound impact of these small, affectionate gestures. Many men, especially those who have been in long-term relationships, may mistakenly believe that the romantic phase of their relationship has passed, assuming that their bond has matured beyond the need for affectionate displays. Yet, this couldn't be further from the truth. These small gestures, whether it's a loving kiss, a warm hug, or a quiet, intimate conversation, can be the glue that keeps the relationship vibrant and strong, reminding both partners of their shared history and reinforcing the sense of partnership and affection that has grown over time. A gentle touch on the arm, an unexpected compliment, or a simple moment of tenderness can do wonders to reignite the spark in a relationship. These small acts of love serve as reminders of the deep connection that exists between the partners, no matter how many years have passed. For older men in relationships with younger women, the issue of intimacy can become even more delicate and layered. There can be a subtle, and sometimes overt, pressure to maintain a certain level of physical vigor to meet the expectations of a younger partner. The fear of not being able to keep up with the youthful energy or physical demands of the relationship can create anxiety and self-doubt. But here's the truth that many men overlook. Intimacy is not just about physical prowess. In fact, the essence of intimacy grows and deepens beyond the physical realm as the relationship matures. The most powerful forms of intimacy involve emotional connection, vulnerability, and understanding. Men who invest in deeply listening to their partners, who show sincere affection, who are fully present in each moment. These are the men who build healthy, lasting relationships, regardless of the age gap. Intimacy at this stage is about emotional resonance, shared moments, and a deep bond that transcends the physical aspects of love. This kind of intimacy brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that no external expectation can match. The intimacy that develops in the later years should be seen as a bridge between the past and present of the relationship. Whether the couple has been together for decades or the older man is embarking on a relationship with a younger partner, the key to maintaining intimacy lies in creating meaningful moments that nourish the connection. These moments don't have to be grand or elaborate. They simply need to be sincere and shared. Long conversations about life, the memories of their past, their hopes for the future. These can all be beautiful ways to continue fostering intimacy. It can also include the simple pleasures, such as enjoying a quiet evening together, going for a walk, or watching a favorite movie. What matters is that the couple is engaging in moments that reinforce their connection, that allow them to explore the depths of each other's minds and hearts, and that cultivate a sense of shared experience. The secret is not to lose sight of the importance of cultivating closeness, even when life's demands seem to pull you in different directions. In fact, as time goes on, these intimate moments become even more crucial in sustaining the relationship. The older couple, or the relationship between an older man and a younger partner, must nurture this closeness with care and attention. Intimacy, in this sense, becomes a form of relationship maintenance, a powerful way to ensure that the bond remains strong, vital, and meaningful. It is one of the pillars that holds up the structure of a successful and enduring relationship. So, whether it's through shared laughter, meaningful conversations, or small acts of tenderness, intimacy is something that requires continual effort and presence. And it is in these moments of closeness that the foundation for a lifelong, fulfilling relationship is built, brick by brick, heart by heart. The fifth essential aspect that older men in romantic relationships must truly internalize is the critical need to emotionally reinvent themselves as the years go by. As life progresses, it's all too easy for individuals to slip into their comfortable routines, where each day feels predictable and settled. The hustle and bustle of life, coupled with the weight of responsibilities, often leads to a gradual emotional stagnation. Over time, the natural tendency for many people is to stop actively investing in emotional growth and to begin assuming that what worked in the past will continue to work indefinitely. This emotional complacency, while seemingly harmless, can create a sense of distance in the relationship, particularly as the couple ages. For many elderly couples, this stagnation can leave them feeling as though their relationship has become a repetitive cycle of days, each blending into the next, with no new experiences, no fresh excitement, and no emotional evolution to breathe new life into their connection. But it's important to recognize that relationships, even those that have lasted for many years, require continuous emotional investment to stay vibrant and fulfilling. Older men need to be profoundly aware that maintaining the vitality and depth of their relationship depends on a conscious, deliberate effort to emotionally reinvent themselves. The key to keeping the connection fresh and meaningful is to seek new ways to engage with one's partner, ways that break out of old habits and create opportunities for shared discovery. This can involve exploring new hobbies together, something neither of you have ever tried before, opening the door to shared experiences that cultivate deeper intimacy. Trying new things together not only strengthens the bond, but also gives both partners the chance to grow alongside each other in ways that they may have never expected. A new hobby, an activity, or a passion can offer a sense of novelty and adventure that helps prevent the relationship from becoming stale. Traveling to new places, even if they're close by or places that have been on the someday list for years, can also add layers of excitement and joy to the relationship. Whether it's a road trip to a charming town or a more adventurous getaway, the experiences of exploring unfamiliar destinations can reignite the spark of curiosity and wonder, something that keeps a relationship alive and flourishing. It's about creating new memories together that you both treasure, and that will serve as the foundation for the next chapter of your life together. In addition to exploring new experiences, there's also the importance of rediscovering old passions that might have been put on the back burner over time. These can be the activities or interests that brought joy and excitement to your life at one point, but were pushed aside as time moved forward. Reconnecting with those old passions can be a powerful way to emotionally reinvent oneself, bringing a sense of joy and fulfillment that radiates through the relationship. It's not just about staying busy, it's about staying emotionally engaged, curious, and open to the changes that come with time. In fact, many older couples who embrace this emotional renewal find that they rediscover a renewed sense of purpose and connection in each other as they go on this journey of self-exploration and growth. For older men who find themselves in relationships with younger women, the need for emotional reinvention becomes even more critical and layered. The age difference in these relationships can bring about certain challenges, particularly the subconscious pressure to keep up with the energy, interests, and pace of the younger partner. There may be a sense of urgency to match her youthfulness, both physically and emotionally, in an attempt to remain relevant or to meet the societal expectations of what a relationship between an older man and a younger woman should look like. This often leads to the mistaken belief that the older man must mold himself to fit into the younger partner's world, adopting her hobbies, her preferences, or even her lifestyle. However, this pressure to compete with youth can become draining, both emotionally and physically, and it risks undermining the authenticity of the relationship. The truth is that intimacy and connection don't thrive on comparison or trying to outpace the younger partner. Instead, emotional reinvention in these relationships should focus on embracing the richness and depth that come with age. Older men should seek to feel fulfilled by their own achievements, life experiences, and wisdom, embracing these qualities rather than trying to turn back the clock. The true emotional richness that an older man can bring to the relationship comes from the wisdom, maturity, and insight gained through the years. These qualities are invaluable and can offer a perspective and depth that no amount of youthful energy or vibrancy can match. In fact, the combination of youthful curiosity and mature wisdom can create a dynamic that is not only unique but deeply fulfilling for both partners. The emotional reinvention here doesn't mean trying to be someone you're not or imitating the younger partner's way of life. It's about bringing authenticity and emotional depth to the relationship, embracing the things that make you who you are, and connecting with your partner in ways that are real, meaningful, and fulfilling. It's about offering her the benefit of your life's experiences, while also being open to the lessons and growth that she can bring into your life. Emotional reinvention is about learning how to blend these two life stages into a harmonious and enriching connection. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This emotional reinvention also means accepting that relationships naturally evolve over time. The way the relationship began, with its intense passion and excitement, will inevitably change as both individuals grow and mature. It's important to embrace that the connection may look different in this new stage of life, but that doesn't make it any less meaningful. In fact, it's an opportunity to deepen your bond in ways you may not have anticipated. The changes that come with aging and with long-term commitment present opportunities for both partners to adapt, learn from one another, and grow together. It's not about resisting change, but about recognizing that change is part of life and choosing to approach it with curiosity and a willingness to embrace new ways of loving, being, and connecting. Emotional reinvention is not just about changing how you relate to each other, but also about shedding old patterns and behaviors that may no longer serve the relationship. This process can involve letting go of past hurts, fears, or assumptions, and opening up to new ways of thinking, behaving, and loving. It's about leaving behind the old scripts that no longer fit and writing a new chapter together, one that is filled with excitement, openness, and an eagerness to explore the depths of each other's hearts. By doing so, the relationship becomes something that not only endures but thrives, something that remains fresh and vibrant, full of possibilities, and rooted in an enduring, ever-developing love. This emotional reinvention, especially later in life, allows for a relationship to not only survive the test of time but to grow deeper, richer, and more profound with each passing year. It is in these moments of change, these spaces of emotional renewal, that love takes on new forms that are stronger, more meaningful, and more capable of standing the test of time. Through emotional reinvention, both partners are given the opportunity to transform individually and together, creating a bond that can carry them forward into whatever the future holds with hope, joy, and unshakable commitment. The sixth important lesson that older men in romantic relationships should fully grasp is the understanding that, after a woman performs oral sex, it is common for her to feel vulnerable and emotionally exposed. This intimate act, while physical in nature, often transcends the mere physicality of the moment, tapping into deep emotional and psychological spaces that are frequently overlooked or not openly discussed. It's essential for the older man to understand that this vulnerability is a natural response and that, in these moments, emotional sensitivity is just as crucial as physical care. The act is not just about pleasure or gratification. It carries an inherent emotional weight that both partners must acknowledge in order to maintain the integrity of the relationship. In these delicate moments, it's important for the man to respond with deep respect and care. Small, tender gestures after the act can have a profound impact on how the woman feels, both about herself and about the intimacy shared between the two of them. Simple actions like holding her close with a comforting hug, gently caressing her, or offering sincere words of appreciation can reassure her that she is valued, loved, and emotionally supported. These gestures go a long way in fostering a sense of emotional safety, trust, and connection. It's not just about the physical intimacy itself, but about reinforcing the emotional bond that these moments create. These acts of kindness and tenderness let the woman know that she is not just a physical object, but a cherished partner with emotional and psychological needs that deserve attention and respect. Furthermore, older men need to recognize that their response to these intimate moments plays a pivotal role in shaping the emotional landscape of the relationship. How they behave in the aftermath of oral sex can deeply influence the connection between the couple. Many women, after such an intimate act, may crave emotional feedback. They seek validation, reassurance, and the affirmation that their efforts and their vulnerability are appreciated. This need for validation is not just about satisfying a physical desire, but about reaffirming the emotional connection between them. When a woman receives positive, affectionate, and appreciative feedback, it strengthens the bond between the partners, reinforcing feelings of trust and closeness. On the other hand, ignoring the moment or responding with indifference can create a sense of emotional distance, leaving the woman feeling undervalued and unimportant. Over time, such neglect can erode the emotional intimacy in the relationship, leading to feelings of loneliness or disconnection. What is critical here is the realization that these vulnerable moments are not just about the physical act, but about the emotional exchange that accompanies it. This emotional exchange is integral to the relationship's growth and longevity. When a woman feels safe, respected, and cherished after such intimate moments, the relationship itself becomes more robust, balanced, and connected. A lack of emotional responsiveness or acknowledgement, in contrast, can lead to insecurity, dissatisfaction, and emotional withdrawal, all of which can have a detrimental effect on the couple's overall bond. In these situations, the older man must understand the significance of offering emotional support. It is not enough to simply engage in physical intimacy. It is crucial to actively participate in the emotional dynamics that follow. A heartfelt expression of gratitude, affection, and appreciation reassures the woman that she is valued for both her physical and emotional contributions to the relationship. This not only strengthens the loving bond between the partners, but also cultivates a deeper sense of trust, which is vital for long-term emotional stability. By responding with care, respect, and emotional support, the older man can foster a deeper, more meaningful connection with his partner, one that goes beyond the physical and embraces the emotional and psychological aspects of intimacy. This approach helps to create an environment in which both partners feel comfortable, respected, and connected, not just physically but emotionally as well. The ability to navigate these vulnerable moments with sensitivity and understanding is key to building a strong, enduring relationship, where both partners feel safe to express their desires, their needs, and their vulnerabilities. When a woman feels truly supported and valued in these moments, the relationship flourishes, becoming a more balanced and harmonious partnership. So, what have you learned from this video today? Whether it's the importance of clear communication, the need for emotional authenticity, or how to navigate relationships with patience and love, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below and share one thing you've learned today that you plan to put into practice in your own life. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content.